Senate panel approves resolution authorizing use of force in Syria. First read. MSN. Outlook. More. Autos. My MSN. Video. Careers and jobs. Personals. Weather. Bellish. Quotes. White pages. Games. Real estate. Wonderwall. Horoscopes. Shopping. Yellow pages. Local edition. Traffic. Feedback. Maps and directions. Travel. Full MSN index. Bing. News.com. Today. Nightly news. Meet the press. Dateline. MSNBC. Breaking news. Newsvine. Home. U.S. World. Politics. Business. Sports. Entertainment. Health. Tech. Science. Travel. Local. Weather. Advertise vertical bracket ad choices. Recommended, the week ahead, Obama to make the case on Syria. Recommended, first thoughts, Obama's tough challenge ahead. Recommended, U.S. hopes half of G20 countries will support Syria action after summit. Recommended, first thoughts, wooing the left. Header point top underscore header left curly bracket background image. http://cdn.lib.newsvine.com/chrome/first/images/header.jpg equals 10,479 right curly bracket footer point links left curly bracket background image. http://cdn.lib.newsvine.com/chrome/first/images/footer.jpg right curly bracket. The first place for news and analysis from the NBC News Political Unit. Follow us on Twitter. About this blog archives. Email updates follow on Twitter. Subscribe to RSS. 273 comments. Print. 4 days ago. Senate panel approves resolution authorizing use of force in Syria. By Casey Hunt, NBC News. The Senate Foreign Relations Committee on Wednesday voted to authorize President Barack Obama to take military action in Syria. The resolution to authorize the use of force passed 10-7. With senators from both parties voting for and against the measure. Senator Ed Markey, D.M.S., who had suggested during a hearing Tuesday that he wanted additional evidence of the use of chemical weapons from United Nations inspectors, voted present, saying in a statement that he needed more time to review classified intelligence materials before deciding whether force should be used. The Senate Foreign Relations Committee votes in favor of a resolution to use military force in Syria. The vote comes 4 days after Obama asked Congress to approve a military strike against Syria in retaliation for a sarin gas attack that the administration says killed more than 1,400 people outside Damascus. Advertise vertical bracket ad choices. The committee's action is the first formal step toward congressional approval. The Senate committee put more limits in a possible action than the president had initially requested. Senators voted to limit such an action to 60 days, though Obama could ask for an additional 30 days. The measure also prohibits using American troops for ground combat. In a statement, White House Press Secretary Jay Carney praised the Senate for moving swiftly on the resolution. We will continue to work with Congress to build in this bipartisan support for a military response that is narrowly tailored to enforce the prohibition on the use of chemical weapons, and sufficient to protect the national security interests of the United States of America, he said. The vote didn't split along party lines, instead drawing unusual coalitions of members both for and against taking action. Since Marco Rubio and Rand Paul, both considered possible 2016 presidential contenders, both voted no, as did more liberal Democratic sins. Chris Murphy and Tom Udall. Rubio said that, unlike Paul and others in the GOP who are skeptical of almost all U.S. intervention abroad, he believes that the United States should have aided the Syrian rebels earlier.